Taris. Did you know you've just landed on the biggest graveyard in the galaxy? There's not much to enjoy here, besides skeletons, ruins, and man-eating creatures.
It's the perfect romantic getaway, sweetheart.
Don't flatter yourself, flyboy. And for the record, I prefer my cities intact. Taris was the Coruscant of the Outer Rim, until some lunatic leveled it centuries ago. Now it's a toxic swamp. We're here for an astrogation chart that was in a vault when Taris fell. That vault's somewhere in these ruins.
What do we need with some musty old astrogation chart?
I worry about the why, and you take care of the how. That's our deal, remember? Our lost vault was designed to be recovered after a major catastrophe. All we need are the right sensors to locate it. The catch is, the only person I know with access to those sensors is someone who hates me.
I smell a good story.
Let's just say she and I have a history, which I might tell you about when I know you better. I made our contact an irresistible offer. One of the deal's terms is that she doesn't have to see me. I need you to get that vault's location, Captain. Impress the stars out of her.
I'll do whatever it takes.
I'm sure you will. You seem like her type of man. I should also warn you. Skavik knows about the vault. We can't let him catch up.
I'm curious how you know what Skavik's up to.
He wasted a lot of breath trying to impress me into his bunk. It never worked, but I learned a lot about his plans. The astrogation chart in that vault is essential to finding Nocdrane's riches, Captain. Your contact name is Beryl Thorne. When Beryl gives you the vault's location, come back and see me. Oh, and try not to let anything eat you.
I'm Agent Saganti with the Republic Customs Office. What brings you to my planet, Captain?
What's your job? Showing me how to shake hands with the natives?
Hard to believe a spacer like you never encountered Republic Customs before. The Republic Customs Office monitors all starship traffic and ensures no illegal goods are transported on or off this planet. There's a lot of contraband making its way around Taurus. If you see anything suspicious, I suggest you report it immediately.
Why so much illegal activity around here?
Lots of nice things are still buried in the ruins of old Taurus. This planet is one big party for grave robbers and scavengers. I take a special interest in every new arrival to my planet, Captain. Keep your nose clean and we won't have any trouble. Clear?
I'll stay as clean as Alderaan snow.
We'll see about that. Enjoy your visit to Taurus.
We've been waiting weeks, and those things are still swarming our property while you sorry excuses for defenders of the Republic sun yourself on the base.
This is a military operation, sir. This planet hasn't been cleared for civilian occupancy.
My brother didn't mean to be insulting, but for 3 centuries our family has dreamt of reclaiming our place on Terrace, and now to be stopped by those things.
Never looks good to see a Republic soldier refusing aid to one of his own.
And it must be nice not having orders to follow. If we chased down every homestead, we wouldn't have the men to hold the base.
Terrace is our home. We're not gonna wait until the army takes its pick of the planet and then throws us the scraps.
The Republic validated our records, but some outlaws set up a camp there. They've got security droids all around the perimeter.
You need something dangerous cleared out first?
It's not raccoons or anything. There's someone living there. Sentience.
They've got security droids all around the perimeter. It's a war zone. We almost got killed entering our own property.
The Republic will respond to all such claims of hostile, non-indigenous life forms based on strategic value.
I could lend a hand if you need one.
Yes, tell this coward we're the rightful owners and he has to help us.
You want to explore? You look like you can handle it, but it's your choice.
Would you really be willing to take such a risk for us?
Your claim seems just.
Great. They're all yours then. You find anything important, you can fill out a form at HQ.
All we need is to get those blasted droids cleared out and find out who's controlling them. I can handle the rest.
Argo, you're leaking oil again. You want to set this whole warehouse on fire?
The Maker said it is better to burn out than rust away. Perhaps I'm testing that wisdom, mistress.
I'm looking for Beryl Thorne.
That's me. Argo's what passes for my second-in-command. I recognize you from Risha's holo. Let's get one thing straight. The only reason I agreed to help is because my contract supplying the Terrace Reclamation Project is at risk. Looked like easy credits. Turns out Terrace is anything but easy. There are lots of interesting ways to die.
The galaxy can throw whatever it wants at me. I can take it.
If I don't finish my contract, I don't get paid. Tyrodal, my partner, died on a supply run. Put me in a real bind. I'll find that vault, but I have to finish my contract to do it. You work for me, and I'll work for you. Deal?
I wasn't aware this was a negotiation.
You can always wander around and hope you bump into the vault by accident. I only have 2 deliveries left. Soon as you handle them both, we'll find your vault. The first job's for a Republic scientist named Vernon. He's got a research camp in Rakghoul territory.
What exactly am I delivering?
Some kind of sensor equipment, don't know what it's for. I'll start working on your job while you handle mine. Isn't cooperation grand?
Hello again, Captain. I didn't know you and Thorne were acquainted.
Agent Saganti, what a lovely surprise. It's only been a day since your last inspection. Don't you Republic Customs boys have better things to do than turn my warehouse upside down again?
I can inspect this warehouse whenever I want. It's the law.
Take Dr. Vernon's delivery, Captain. There's no reason for you to stick around.
What kind of man would I be if I left you alone with this guy?
A smart man. I can take care of myself. But thanks. Poke around the warehouse all you want, Agent. You won't find anything out of order.
What did I just step in, Thorne?
My apologies, sir. I believe that is my hydraulic fluid.
Could use some shut-eye.
Dear Adeli, I regret that your husband was killed yesterday by rat ghouls. Please accept my condolences. Dr. Soilan was an excellent scientist. I've never composed a death notice before. How did that sound?
The Dear Adali part was pretty good.
I thought a personal touch was warranted under the circumstances. Ah, I recognize the symbols on that container. My bio-alarms have finally arrived. Good, good. If only this had arrived in time to save my associates. Not your fault, certainly. We knew the risk of studying rat ghouls.
What do you think you're going to learn about these things?
My colleagues and I were studying the rat ghouls' behavior, hoping to find a means of containing them. We can't afford to let the rat ghouls impede our progress. The Republic's rebuilding efforts on Terrace are paramount to future prosperity.
You're pretty fearless for a scientist.
Fear obstructs understanding. Besides, my prospects for survival have just improved. I've isolated an identifying element in the Rakghouls' physiology, making it possible to detect and track their movements. The bio-alarms you brought will reveal how the creatures hunt. However, installing them will be a challenge with all my assistants dead.
Consider them installed, Doc. How hard can it be?
Indeed. All that's required are quick feet, basic technical know-how, and raw nerve. Things I see you possess in abundance. Place a bio-alarm at each survey station we've established, and I'll see you're amply rewarded.
Amply rewarded is my middle name.
Your parents must have been fascinating people. Come back when you're done, and we'll celebrate your success. Normally, I'd ask for your next of kin's hollow frequency, but I'd rather maintain some optimism. Good luck.
What, you done with me?
Hold. We have no more with which to defend ourselves. You have left us helpless before the Rakghouls and everything that haunts this planet. My people are refugees, survivors of the battle on Coruscant. Would you turn us out of yet another home?
The owners have been waiting for centuries to return here.
So many men are here to reclaim this planet who know nothing of its past. Ancient Taurus was a blight on the Republic. The black mark on its reputation for freedom.
As far as I know, it was some Outer Rim nothing until the Empire blew it up.
Humans on Taurus did as they do on all planets. They seized the surface, claimed Taurus's wealth, and forced every other species underground. Every meter of land owned by a human was probably seized from another species, just as this was seized from my ancestors. I have their documents. So old they were kept in printed form. Read them yourself if you doubt me.
Well, if this place is valuable, you won't find any shortage of folks willing to steal and kill for it.
Credits bear no children. Lives matter, not money. If you have any sympathy for our cause, perhaps there is something you can do? We are alone and at the Republic's mercy.
I wouldn't want to see you turned away from your home.
I thank you for softening your heart to my story. I will tell my people to begin repairs on our droids.
What, you done with me?
Splendid work. I'm already receiving data transmissions from the bio-alarms. You've done the Republic's rebuilding effort a tremendous favor.
I'm glad I was around to help out.
You've done far more than help out, my friend. What you've done most definitely calls for generous compensation. Good show.
Seems dangerous to stay out here all alone.
I'm 100% safer now with the bio-alarms in place. I'll be fine. Accept these credits with my extreme gratitude. I'll begin collating my data. Thank you again for everything.
Hey, Captain. How are things out there?
Beautiful scenery, great weather, man-eating creatures trying to kill me. You should be here.
That's the problem with running your own business. You always miss the good times. I finally located the other supplies you need to deliver. They were lost when Tyradol got killed by the Rat-Ghouls. A Republic patrol found the supplies with Tyradol's remains, dropped everything off at an outpost near the lake.
What do you know about this lake? Is there swimming?
Only if you enjoy bathing in acid. All you have to do is swing by the outpost, grab the supplies, and take them to an engineer named Ovold. Ovold will give you some planetary core samples to bring back to me. Got it?
What do you need with planetary core samples?
I have to transport them to Coruscant as part of my contract. It's a science thing. Grab the supplies from the outpost, get them to Ovold, and return to me with his core samples. Good luck.
Excellent job. We could smell the smoking metal corpses from here.
I told him that's not really possible.
So who are the crooks who set themselves up on our property? Did you drive them off?
Look at these papers. The aliens there have as good a claim as yours.
The alien resettlement was a valid executive order approved by the Republic. This is our land!
There are alien survivors who kept their claim? I'd have thought they would never come back here. I studied the history. It wasn't right.
It was justified. You can't make us leave because of that.
It'll take more than 2 people to turn this place civilized.
I agree, Relis. This isn't our ancestors' estate. This is a frontier. We'll need to grow food, sew clothes, defend ourselves. Wouldn't it be better to ally with these aliens?
Sew clothes? Maybe we should just hear them out. See what they're looking for.
We won't turn them away. I know what it's like to want a home.
Hey, good job. Both on the droids and getting to the bottom of that mess. Terrace politics. Huh. Who cares about this dump anyway? Brass called me when you left. Wanted to see if your work's as good as your rep.
Is there something else you want me to do?
Well, I doubt he's asking you over for a cup of mudleaf tea. Captain Childress calls, it usually means something needs fixing. If you're interested, go look him up. His office is at HQ, other side of the base. Tell him you're the one who ran off the Brat Brigade.
Mechanized travel is for official business only.
As you can see by the data, there is no disease in known space that propagates as quickly as the Teresian Rakul plague. Even one individual Rakul can start a pandemic, as we have observed in 81 colonies to date. Until a vaccine can be widely distributed, it is highly doubtful that any civilian colonization effort will yield lasting results. Thank you.
I didn't know Rat-Ghouls had gotten so many colonies.
Rat-Ghouls have been the story on Taurus for 3 centuries. HoloNet archives say a Dr. Forn developed a Rat-Ghoul serum vaccine just hours before the bombardment. I've been trying to acquire the serum, but short of putting a blaster to someone's head, that's not going to happen.
How do you figure that?
There's a pirate camp not far from here. They went after the ruins of Sepanik Memorial Hospital. Sepanik was well preserved. If there's Rat-Ghoul serum to be found, it'd be there. I asked Commander Vicky to step in, but since it wasn't a Republic hospital, the pirates have legal salvage rights.
Legal and I have parted ways. This planet needs a cure, right?
I can't say what will be required to get this done, but this plague has infected half a planet's worth of people. So if that serum shows up on my lab table, it'd be unethical to throw it away for any reason. I hope my position is clear.
Hey there, Captain Childress. I want to thank you for taking the time to see me. You did nice work on that land claim mess. Like we flew this many troops to the armpit of the galaxy so some kids could play pioneer. It'll take way more than it's worth to make this planet livable. Only thing interesting about Terrace is that it's the worst failure the Republic's ever had.
I don't know much about Terrace's history.
Way back when, the Sith were searching for a Jedi here. When they couldn't find her, they tried destroying the entire planet. The Jedi escaped, but millions of people died an ugly, flaming death. The Empire tried the same thing on Coruscant in the last war. 300 years after Terrace, we still don't know squat about how to defend against a bombardment once ships are in low orbit.
I could take a battle cruiser or two, but I don't know if I can stop a whole bombardment.
We're not there yet. Right now, we're just trying to learn what we did wrong. I sent commandos to defend a research team at the crash site of the Endar Spire, the last Republic warship shot down over this planet. If we're lucky, that ship recorded the whole bombardment. But my team's lost contact, which means there are desk jockeys in the wild with the most valuable data on Terrace.
What's this ship? Why is it so valuable?
There were Jedi aboard back in the day. Now, we hope it's got data on the attackers. The crash site's a ways out, fast as you can make it. I don't know if we've got survivors. Research team's your number 2 priority. Data's the most important thing. Take anything the Endar Spire recorded to Commander Vicky at the outpost.
Bemkanaya nugan. Ejinim naya lak umnan mege. Nule lak apa jam kamgram. Amkanem nang nemua inuk.
I sincerely have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Honest.
Nakag agib kik benabab. Neya agam berakaki. Bomo gala apayang. Nilama imi amka anggap. Kala jiwa nimok. Bemgam nyama naya aigam.
That sounds like just what I need.
Nibaga glamka. Gakyam. Glagnimu amya galak. Naya narankam. Kala ama mani mami. Libikbak.
Sure seems that way.
Memgam gamgi. Nina gegwan. Amnerna hanak. Kamperem ganyam bajiyang. Mani kikum bukam.
Lieutenant Carlslow, I'm all that's left of Commander Childress's 5th Detail. Please, tell me you're our reinforcement.
Childress sent me. We'll cut you off.
Give me a moment. All's clear, guys, and we've got some muscle from back on base. This is what's left of our research team. The others got ambushed while working. Scavengers must have guessed we were after something good. We need to hold them off long enough for the research team to recover and download that data.
Frontal assaults aren't my thing. I'll start killing and you're welcome to join in.
I'm not looking for leadership, just a strong arm and a good eye. Okay, data's priority 1. Everybody into the ship, go!
Fine. Could use some shell.
If you hadn't come when you did, those would be our smoking corpses there, no question. Unfortunately, we're not done. Not until this Rex data is in the hands of Commander Vikwi.
Give me what you have, I'll get it to the commander.
We've recovered all the high-priority info. If you run that to the outpost, I'll hold off what's left of the scavengers until our reinforcements arrive.
You picked the wrong medbay to rob, Vac-Brain. There's gonna be 200 Death's Claw pirates coming through that door.
You know, violence is usually my last resort. Usually.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you see these guys lying here? They've got the Rak Ghoul plague. You touch me, and they'll be on you like huts on a buffet. Except, you know, faster. And don't think they're incapacitated. Oh no, they just look that way. I've got a serum you wouldn't believe.
I'd heard you dug something up. I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, we've been using it too. Whoa, wait. No, you don't. No, you can't take it. These people are infected. If you cut off my supply of serum, these guys are gonna turn. You know what that means? I'm gonna have to shoot them all in the head before they try to eat my liver.
You're a doctor, right? Synthesize some more.
With what? My state-of-the-art facilities? I can only use what I find, and we don't find much. The only place I can think of that might have some left is the ruins of Dynamet General. The place was basically Ghoul Town. You want serum, you get it there, and leave us alone.
If you waste my time, I'm gonna be upset.
No, the stuff is down there, I swear, on my medical license. The real one.
Mechanized channel is for efficient business only.
Welcome back. Let's get those serum samples analyzed and see what we've got. Well, thank the Force for good Taresian storage technology. I wasn't sure anything would still be viable after 3 centuries. While we wait, is there a cost to these samples I should be aware of? A deal with a pirate crew, perhaps?
There was some unavoidable violence on the way in.
I see. Then if it didn't happen in a plastic beaker, don't tell me about it. Here we are. Fortunately, the plague is so virulent it cultures very rapidly. Bad news. The serum you recovered looks like it was effective 300 years ago, but the Rakul plague has mutated since then. This serum will only provide effective immunity for extraordinarily healthy individuals.
That's the way the Flatgate crumbles.
Oh, I'm not giving up. Now I just need what we call a lucky survivor, whose system has made antibodies to the modern plague. We haven't had a survivor yet, for obvious reasons, but this serum might provide the link we need. If I infected an extraordinary individual protected by the serum, I could collect the antibodies and make an effective vaccine.
What happened to most virulent disease in known space?
I need someone with proven recuperative powers. Someone who gets injured almost on a daily basis. Ideally, they would have survived stabbings, shootings, poison, infections, maybe all of the above. I understand your profession exposes you to physical punishment. Do you think you could survive infection?
I've been shot more often than the family holocamera. This can't be much worse.
Well, and I had this whole speech ready. All right. We have a medical droid, CB-084, set up to observe Rakuls in the field. He'll be able to collect the antibodies and slow any potential complications. After I give you the serum, go out there and test it. Let the Rakuls attack you and see what happens.
Are there any other medical facts I should know?
Sure. You're doing the right thing. Now, here's your serum injection. I hope the Force is with you, because the science is stretched to the limit.
I handled everything just like you wanted.
Nakag agib kikbenabab. Neya agam berakaki. Mem amgab kugab kramanik. Umka kiga mayamak. Bemka naya nugan. Jinim naya lak umnan mege.
If you have any questions about military operations on... Oh, pardon. Are you the hero of the Endar Spire?
Everything from the primary computers is on here.
The data from the Endar Spire will be invaluable to the Republic's war efforts. Lieutenant Karlsue tells me there's close surveillance footage of the Imperial warships.
Kind of fun doing this galaxy-shaking stuff. It makes me all shivery.
Wartime can stir patriotism in the most unlikely souls. Thank you for your service. Republic intelligence has been waiting for this data since the bombardment fell.
Ah, I see your infection is progressing. Hold still while I take samples for analysis. While I transmit the data to Dr. Sell, there are some questions I should ask. Do you have any of the following symptoms? Dizziness, fever, shortness of breath, and inexhaustible hunger for sentient flesh?
Can you do anything about these cuts? I'm losing blood here.
I'm sorry, my core function is in analysis, not trauma care. Ah, here's Dr. Sell.
Good news. Your antibody count is off the charts. I'll start work on a vaccine immediately. You are remarkably brave. Our progress has just jumped forward by years. While you recuperate, I'm going to transmit the usual secrecy agreements. Just use your thumbprint to sign on the sensor.
Say that again, in basic.
This is standard procedure when the Republic develops biotech with significant earnings potential. We develop the vaccine for Republic soldiers first, and when it's proven, sell it to colonists. Until then, it's under wraps. We don't want the Exchange or the Sith funding some horrible operation with an underground version.
Lives will be lost while this profit is being made.
Tell me something I don't know. Every week we hear another Rakghoul horror story. But every colonist on the planet is going to want this vaccine. How do I tell my superiors we gave up that kind of money?
An entire planet succumbed to this plague. Are you a doctor or a patent office?
I'm a doctor. And this cure will get made, even if I have to build the manufacturing plant or hand-synthesize every macrophage.
Well, I think she's angry, but from past experience, may I say that usually motivates her. If it means anything coming from a droid, sir, congratulations on your research, and also your remarkable survival.
Welcome to Taris. I hear you've done the Republic a good turn in the past, so I'm sorry not to have a warmer welcome for you.
What's happening now?
We're having some trouble. Nothing you couldn't have predicted, but there you are. Our bases here are far from self-sufficient. We're not farmers, and there's no existing infrastructure here to work with. We're at the mercy of our supply ships. And this one's just went nose down in some of the worst territory on Taris.
Is the ship lost? Why haven't your men recovered the supplies?
Our men tried to reach the ship once, but they turned back after taking serious casualties. They said it's more than just rat ghouls, but couldn't make an ID. You still want to go, you'll need to talk to our quartermaster at the supply shed across the base. She's got the exact coordinates of the crash.
And you're just going to make this all better, huh?
Usually people are happy if I come to make things better.
I'm Karen Weck, Quartermaster. Commander Gardet just called to say you're retrieving our supplies. For which, by the way, I and the rest of the troops here humbly thank you. But I don't want Commander Fat Pants to think it means he gets away with this. Embezzled the Republic's money to build your office out of Alderaanian timber, but that's fine. Because someone like you will waltz in to save the day.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Back up and start over.
The ship didn't have to crash. I said over and over that the ship needed repairs. The left stasis generator was loose, and the hyperdrive motivator was seeping fluid. But Gardet had already spent our allotted maintenance budget on himself.
I noticed he had a pretty posh setup.
Every shipment has some personal item he's bringing in. Somehow he's juggling the numbers he sends to HQ. No commander needs a personal vehicle in an outpost this size. If you can take this holo camera out to the crash site, you could get the evidence I need to get him court-martialed.
All right, I'll do it.
Thank you. If you take holopics of the engine, I can show that the documented lack of repairs is what caused the crash. The most important thing is the supplies, though. The crash site isn't far. When you get everything, bring it back here so I can distribute it.
Kuchusa yomata chitoya, asubwi mota uipa, patoga wata kiko uba kiri wata buki donko.
What kind of beast is out there?
Chonki faguta, jiho poda ji oto vokise. Buka kampak nijit, tonka yiliska chanaga, kabanotase makipuna, malituta udmishka.
Beryl said you have something for me to take back.
Kuchusa yomata chitoya, asubwi mota uipa. Poya tuka changa goptula do bata wana wanki. Chaskruni do pat kurira do kanki kung.
The scavengers must have a camp. Know where it is?
Piti do tenya go kakajujo. Da biska ku paliya. Pampawula ji ota kakoga huta nupisto.
If I had a credit for every death trap I've escaped, I wouldn't need this job.
Yana da punu. Ta uz azulas uval tung mi chakulka dimaji. Kabano tase makipuna. Mali tuta odmishka.
Could use a shot.
Why'd you have to go and kill everybody? Some of those guys were all right.
I'm here for the planetary core samples. Hand them over.
Planetary core samples. Right. You work for Beryl Thorne, don't you? That's what I used to do. The name's Tyrodol. I was helping Beryl smuggle artifacts off Taris disguised as core samples. I thought we'd get rich. Turns out Beryl's a soft touch. Instead of selling what we smuggle on the Imperial market, Beryl gives relics to descendants of Taris survivors for a tiny finder's fee. Ridiculous.
There's an Imperial market on Taris?
No. But high-ups in Imperial space pay big credits for Taris artifacts. They're status symbols. I let Beryl think rat ghouls killed me and went into business with the scavengers. They had a bright idea to increase profits. Why sell a relic to the Imperials once we can sell it a dozen times? These droids are making copies of the relics.
These droids can forge counterfeits?
They can recreate a relic down to the last detail. The copies are flawless. Let's be smart about this. I'll give you a hefty payout and a cargo pod of counterfeit relics if you keep my operation quiet. You go home richer, Beryl gets some relics to give away, and I stay in business. What do you say?
I think she deserves better than to be cheated by you.
Oh well, I guess we finish this the hard way. Droids, code black!
kospa ini gudad ijik liska chanagawa. Wo grani tampio da pushi wompa, pu tula musta.
These aren't core samples, Ovold, and you know it.
Moja jo chaluka. Kunachi do niktitoki saya tupi nu aviti.
The cargo pod is full of Terrace relics.
Se gota do muti kihasa da puño. Liz di woto. Kutogi gumpa. Gigi no lia makachisa. Doika boda pachi isa jonki.
That's your story and you're sticking to it?
Umpa hupa. Jikilia umpasa do biska. Ha wanchi kospa tota ulia.
We don't have antibiotics. They come on the same ship as everything else.
You're supposed to keep better tabs on that sort of thing. These men have the Cillian flu. They could die if... Ah, our great hope has returned. Dare I ask if you've been able to recover our supplies?
I got what you wanted.
Just in the nick of time, too. The men came close to mutiny when I cut rations again. They knew this wasn't going to be a luxury cruise.
What do you expect? You ask your men to starve while you eat bantha steaks from off-world.
These pictures prove you knew the ship was damaged, and you sent it anyway.
They're going to Republic Command, along with my documentation of every personal purchase you've made. These men left their families and risked their lives to come here. If they die, it should be for someone better than you.
I didn't know the ship was so bad. I thought if it was serious, they'd catch it on Ord Mantell.
A good commander lives under the same conditions as his troops.
I never realized how quickly we go through our supplies. If I thought we couldn't last a month, I have some personal stores. I'll distribute them while you finish here, as a gesture of good faith.
I never thought I'd see anyone put the righteous fear into him like that. Good job. And thank you. Actually, if you're still interested in serving our soldiers, there may be something else. Normally, our 4th outpost comes here to pick up its supplies. But their convoy never arrived this month. I'm afraid something happened. They need to be found.
It's dangerous territory out there. Was the convoy armed?
The route between the outposts runs along Lake Brow. Not the best planning. There's Rakghouls there, and a Nexus spawning ground, and worse. Usually the convoy's managed by only traveling when the sun is highest. Plus lots and lots of firepower. But if they're out there too long, well, you need to find them.
Every moment we delay risks their lives. I'll leave right now.
Whatever happened to the convoy, we need to make sure Morn Outpost gets their supplies. Sonic emitters along the route usually keep off the worst of the critters. But if they're on the fritz, that convoy would have walked into a feeding frenzy. Fix the emitters and see what you can find about the convoy. When you're done, report to Commander Yajek at Morn Outpost. And thank you.
What, you done with me?
We just stopped to rest. Geozel found a scratch, and we don't know if it's the Rakghoul infection, so we're waiting. And Ferdoan might be coming down with the Geonosian swamp flu, but we're on our way, I swear, and you're looking at me very strangely.
What are you expecting me to accuse you of?
Nothing. I mean, look, I know we're late, so people naturally start thinking...
That you were dead?
Would they care? Look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't even be... Are you even Republic? I don't recognize it.
Oh, forget it. I was never a good liar. We aren't going back. Is that what you wanted to hear? We've deserted.
I know army life stinks, but don't they kill you or something if you desert?
Prison on Coruscant, which is way better than being stuck here. At least your family can visit. 5 years we've been out here. No break. Most of our friends have died. We're wounded, tired, broken. Fighting something that can't think, can't be frightened, and if you get the slightest scratch, you become the enemy and your own squad puts you down like a dog.
You've given the Republic as much as it can reasonably demand.
You're not gonna turn us in?
You'll never survive alone out here.
We're heading back near the main base. There's scavengers with ships there. Maybe we can make it off-world. Please, tell Commander Yajek you found our bodies. That way no one will ever come looking.
State your business. This is a Republic military outpost, sovereign territory of the Galactic Republic. We will defend ourselves with deadly force if necessary.
You're not gonna make many friends with an attitude like that.
Sorry. Wasn't sure if you were Republic. There's no unauthorized travel this far into the wilds. Best policies usually blast first, chat later. Don't suppose you were sent by Commander Gardet with news about our supplies.
That was so easy I fell asleep doing it.
That's a relief. Our own convoy never reported back. Wouldn't be the first time we lost one to the Nexu. I was about to send another, but that means leaving the whole outpost understaffed and undefended. And the rat ghouls have been real active this month. Don't suppose you saw any sign of our boys. If they're still alive, they better have a good excuse for leaving us hanging.
Soldiers are still people, Commander. Treat them badly enough, and they'll leave.
You've never been in uniform, and you're telling me how to run things? Soldiers have to care about something more than themselves. If that means dying in the muck with a rat ghoul's teeth around your throat, well, any soldier who'd give less isn't worthy of the name. You see those boys again, you tell them there's a cold cell waiting for them.
I can count the number of times I've been truly impressed in my life on one hand, Captain. Congratulations. You walking in with those core samples just got added to the list.
I always deliver, sweetheart.
Shame to see a man like you wasted on Risha. Argo, take this cargo pod and stow it with the others.
When will we finally leave this accursed swamp? The humidity makes my joints rust.
Hey, look at that. The Republic just updated my contract log as complete. And right on time, my spaceport friend granted me access to the Republic sensor array. Let's find us a vault.
Tell me about this mysterious friend of yours.
What's the matter? Jealous? Sensors are picking up the vault's unique radiation signature. That's good. Aha, there it is. Oh, your vault is in Zone 0. That's bad.
Give me all the details.
Zone 0 is in no man's land. When the Republic first got here, it sent a bunch of surveyors to map the region. One surveyor made it back alive. Said the place is overrun with things worse than rat ghouls. Nobody goes there.
No man should march into certain death without a kiss for luck.
I'll ask, but Argo's real picky about his men.
I beg your pardon, mistress.
You'll need serious hardware to crack that vault. Risha's good at getting into places she isn't supposed to. Maybe talk to her. It's been interesting knowing you, Captain. Have fun out there.
Hope you got that vault's location. I eavesdropped on Skavik and some mercenaries over an encrypted comm channel. They're trying to beat us to the vault. Sounds like they're closing in.
Any clue what kind of numbers I'll be up against?
A lot less than there used to be. From what I overheard, Skavik's men aren't having much luck in their search for the vault. Something out there is eating those mercenaries alive. Literally.
For once, I'm glad Terrace is a death trap.
The creatures are slowing the mercenaries down, but not enough. Get to the vault as fast as you can, then open the lock with this Geonosian slicer module. It took me months to trade for this. Don't lose it, understand?
You never heard of having a backup, genius?
I have a backup. Your head. I figure it can break open anything. Good luck, partner. Hope I see you again soon.
Your old partner seems to think you'll turn on me.
She's bitter about something that happened a long time ago. Forget about her.
You want me to trust you? Tell me what happened with Beryl.
You really want to do this now? Fine. A few years ago, Beryl and I robbed an Imperial Treasury station. The heist went bad. I escaped, Beryl didn't. She blames me for not rescuing her from the Imperials.
Is there a reason you left your friend to rot?
I was saving my own skin. I don't apologize for that. Regardless, I don't work with walking liabilities anymore. That's why I'm with you. Let's get what we came for and haul jets off this lousy planet, all right?
Remember me? Agent Saganti with the Republic Customs Office. I have some questions about Beryl Thorne.
You're in my way.
That's no way to speak to a man who can revoke your flight clearance. If I were you, I'd cooperate. I suspect Thorne is smuggling relics, and I think I know how she's doing it. What I lack is proof. I need someone to step forward and testify so I can arrest her. I'm looking for an honest citizen, Captain.
Beryl's a good person. She's not doing anything wrong.
If I catch you covering for her, well, let's not consider the ugly implications. I'm authorized to pay a generous sum for any lead resulting in an arrest. Think about what's best for you. Are you absolutely sure you don't know anything about Beryl Thorne's criminal activities?
Beryl just looks dishonest, that's all. I have the same problem.
Go on. Have a good laugh. While you still can. Nobody escapes justice forever, Captain. Nobody.
It's been grand, really.
Let's go, Min.
Beryl needs to clear out of here. That agent won't give up.
I don't want Beryl getting caught.
Me neither. She's one of the good guys. We should drop by her place on our way to Zone Zero. It's the least we can do.
You got it, Captain. Welcome to Terrace. I'm Governor Suresh. On behalf of the Galactic Republic, I want to thank you for joining us in this historic project. For your safety, please do not travel beyond the military-secured safe zone outside the settlement. This world and our work here will shine as a beacon of hope to all of the Republic. But first, we have many obstacles to overcome. Together, we stand taller than any obstacle. Let's get to work. Together.
Didn't expect to see you again. What's the occasion, Captain?
Republic Customs is on to you. I kept them off your back.
You have the vault's coordinates. You didn't have to come warn me, but you did. Where I come from, the best friends are the ones who lie for you. Guess you're a better friend than I thought.
I've always been on your side, Beryl.
Been a while since anyone stood up for me. Feels like I'm always on my own.
What am I, Mistress Beryl? Spare parts?
Pipe down, Argo. The captain knows what I mean, right?
I'm glad we understand each other.
Argo, start packing. I'd like some privacy.
Anything to get off this Maker-forsaken planet, Mistress Beryl.
I'll, just go count the rat ghouls.
Been saving a bottle of Cassandran brandy for a special occasion. This seems like one. Come on. I wish we had more time, but I better get going. I want you to have this. Saved me more times than I can count. I hope it does the same for you.
I'm glad we're parting as friends.
Risha doesn't deserve a partner like you. Watch your back, alright? I'll get off Terrace while the getting's good. I know Argo's ready.
You have no idea, Mr. Sparrow.
Thanks for everything, Captain.
You done with me? Radiant, you are clear to the following travel routes. Could use a shut-eye.
What the? Who the? How'd you? Not big on completing sentences, are you?
You're just... I can't believe... You're not supposed to be here! We've been through 10 kinds of pain getting to this vault, and not to watch you open it first. Skavik, you there? You want to see this, boss? We're at the vault, but we're not alone.
Too perfect. I love it when everything comes together like this. How's life treating you, Captain? You enjoying my ship and all my stuff? What about that two-faced Risha?
I'm having the time of my life.
Too bad it's over now. Still owe you for that mess on Coruscant. You have any idea the grief I'm taking? I could kill everybody who cracks a joke, but that's a lot of work. So why don't you just die already?
I can't die until I get Nock Draen's treasure. Maybe not even then.
That's my prize, Captain, and I don't plan to share it. Roxer, I want you and the boys to spare no effort killing my friend, and make it as painful as possible.
You heard the boss. Fry this fool!
You got the astrogation chart, didn't you? I can tell by the look on your face.
Did you ever doubt me?
If I did, you've just made me a believer for life. That astrogation chart belonged to an exchange gangster named Davik Kang. Davik personally mapped dozens of hyperlanes between the core and outer rim systems. He found shortcuts and hideouts all over the galaxy.
I've never heard of this Davik Kang.
He was the last great leader of the Exchange Crime Syndicate, and the unofficial ruler of Taris. Have you studied much galactic history, Captain? Interesting patterns emerge if you pay attention. Davik Kang's criminal empire ended when this planet was destroyed. Nock Draen's empire was born when he destroyed a planet.
Nock Draen destroyed a whole planet?
Technically, it was only a single settlement. Once upon a time, there was a pirate haven on the Outer Rim called Mandelia. Thousands of criminals lived there. One bright morning, Nock Draen's freighter dropped out of hyperspace over Mandelia. He demanded the pirates surrender to him or die.
What did Nock want with the pirates?
These pirates were successful pirates. They'd acquired a lot of wealth, and Nock decided he wanted it. When the pirates sent their reply, Nock launched a single rocket at their settlement. The warhead was tipped with an Imperial nerve toxin. The entire settlement died in less than a minute.
How many people did Nock murder?
10,000 greedy pirates, give or take. That day at Mandalia, Nock Drain went from being a low-rent smuggler to one of the richest criminals in the galaxy. Anyway, that's how the legend goes. I should probably let you get back to work.
How about some more history lessons someplace private?
You're incorrigible. Come see me when you're irresistible and we'll talk. At any rate, I'm ready to leave Taris. I'm sure we can find someplace more interesting to be.
You've got a bad case of wanderlust, Risha.
Hey, it's one of my best qualities.